you want us to start this?
Wait for a few people to come into the stream.
No, walk to the bench, man. After the last one, I'm going to put this up in my window. Ooh, this is it. We have something. We get something. Yeah, it's okay. And he shoots. He's lost. He's got no idea what's going on. Stopwatch.
When the game starts.
Yeah.
Don't mind.
I can do that. That's a job I can do.
We are live here at the Keach Hospice Stadium, Biggleswade United versus Peterborough Northern Star. Two sides who both really need a win. Biggleswade, of course, haven't won yet this season. Peterborough's only win this season came up against Biggleswade United in their home game against United near the start of the season in a 9-2 win. The team has changed a lot and gone through so much since that day. We've got the team lineups here. In goal, we do have Ollie Leslie. We've got a debut here, number 2, Cade Stevens, Abbey. Number 3, Axel Ampadu. Number 4, Kai Andrews. Number 5, Mason Watkins-Clark. Number 6, Marcus Wilson. Number 7, Ivan Atono. Number 8, Gareth Hunt, who captains the side today. Number 9, Charlie Clayton, who returned to the club last Saturday. Number 10, Brayman Fati, who has returned from Spain after, of course, he was there to support his brother who signed a new contract at Barcelona. He's back at Biggleswade tonight. And also another debut son, we've got number 11, Taylor Winnie. Taylor Winnie. And the subs bench for today, we've got Bernat, Markel, Croucher and Ali on the bench. So that is the teams just about ready to kick off. United slowly building momentum. Well, the performance-wise are getting better each week. They're a far different side to what they were last time these two sides faced against each other. I'm actually also joined by, hello, James Tizard, Derek Maruma,
And some fans.
Aaron Khan as well. You'll chip in as and when. Of course, the last time these two sides faced each other, Callum Elliott scored his first goal for Biggleswade United.
16-year-old Callum Elliott.
16-year-old Callum Elliott. Peterborough Northern Star will be kicking us off. We are underway here in Biggleswade. As I mentioned, Peterborough's only win this season was up against Biggleswade. United will want to put that right today. Some early pressure there. Well, that's early pressure there. The referee's got his flag up. Linesman's got his flag up. The referee sees it late. Ball's in the back of the net, but the linesman had his flag up very early there for a foul. Not very happy at all there. He put pressure on Marcus Wilson there. Linesman saw the foul straight away. The referee lets it play on. Saw the flag up, gave the foul. Free kick to Biggleswade. It's a good interception in the midfield. Bramer winning the ball back. Bramer again getting the ball. It's unfortunate there. Charlie Clayton now on the ball for Biggleswade. Looking to find the pass to Taylor. That's a nice turn there by Tono. He was fouled as well. He timed his man well there, but definitely fouled, and free kick to Biggleswade.
That's one of those ones where later in the game there might be a card.
Definitely.
Only a minute in.
When you came into him, you came in from the back.
Striker still seems to be unhappy with the decision.
How have I touched the ball?
To say there, striker's definitely not happy with that decision. Greetings from Colombia. Well, thank you for supporting us all the way from Colombia.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? They speak Spanish in Colombia.
We are back. Apologies for a bit of technical difficulties there, but we are back here at the Keith Hospice. There was the free kick taken for Biggleswade, which ended up going straight to the goalkeeper, so he hasn't missed much at all. And now there is a free kick to Peterborough Northern Star. In the last time out between these two sides, it was Jaheim Flemings who scored the first minute goal to put United in the lead. Very good start. Peterborough Northern Star, needs to Peterborough United. Came back swiftly to equalise that day. Yeah, Brayman Fatty there, unlucky. He was 16 years old when he got his first goal, Philip. Callum Elliott is not here tonight.
He's behind you. He's in here with us.
Oh. Do you know Gavin? Gavin Elliott? He said that you're a legend, and he's even got a fan club in Derbyshire. So Callum Elliott up here joining us as well.
I have taken a couple of trips to the Callum Elliott fan club in Derbyshire.
Derek Baruma can confirm
It's a very good fan club.
that is a very good fan club. It's well defended.
Well defended by Mace again. Yeah.
And so it could be a good counter-attacking play here. Raymer was unfortunate.
Not Brexit, second favourite club. Wrexham were in National League a couple of years ago. He's been at Bedford since.
Raymer.
It looks like Ivan's offside there. Wouldn't be surprised if the Lionel calls it.
Good spot there by Derek.
I think I should be a full-time commentator. personally.
You just got commentating on the pitch.
Oh, by the way, if you guys want to go, this picks up sound as well. Genuinely, yeah. So just be careful what you say to this.
I've heard worse things from the dugout. I remember that day well.
Seems like a pretty slow start. Neither team's really taken hold of the game yet. Then again, I think we are already 4 minutes in. My phone's frozen.
When was kickoff? 14.
It still needs to be higher.
That's a touch.
Before all over the top there, Peterborough.
Didn't really work out in this one, so.
Well caught there by Ollie.
No, I think by now it's 3-1. I've also decided to bet.
It's Wilson back to Leslie. It's good pressing there by Charlie.
Decent kick by the keeper.
Andrew's on the ball now to Fatty. He gets that great ball in there to Taylor. He's on the one-on-one here, looking for the strike, deflected, and it's in! It was a very big deflection, but United take the lead.
That's the sort of luck you need when you're bottom of the league, though, isn't it?
Absolutely, I believe that's a debut goal as well.
Gonna have to go to the dubious goals panel with that one. We'll decide what
Taylor
we'll give it
Wayne.
to him later.
Rainey? Taylor. Not quite sure if it could go down as an own goal, but we definitely will not care nonetheless.
That is a good ball by Brian. Great build up from the back, coming straight from Kai, free to Brian, into Taylor on the left hand side. He's cutting, hit about 6 or 7 people on the way in, but we'll take him. We'll take him. They all count.
Absolutely. Couldn't have done myself. I mean that. And United now really on the front foot now, trying to capitalise on the one goal lead. This is a huge 6-pointer tonight.
I think an early goal is the sort of confidence you need when you're bottom of the table.
Absolutely.
You can start to, it gives you some sort of build-up.
Taylor there's a lot coming from this right-hand side here. As I say, that flags up for offside, but
I think I might start offside counter with that line or something.
I mentioned a bit. Now, the Premier was just unfortunate there. It's been a very good start for Biggleswade. Swaney. Fatty, nice little 1-2 between Raymer and Taylor there.
Good switch.
Nice little switch of play. United got their tails up here. Atono. Unfortunate there. Gareth Hunt won the ball back in midfield. It's a nice ball. Gives a Raymer. Couldn't quite find him. Charlie Clayton now onto the ball. Nice little clearance there by Marcus. So he's just returned from injury. What's he been like since he's returned? Only 16 years of age. Seems to be slotting in quite well in defence.
Yeah, he's a good player. A lot to learn. Bit rash, but he's a good player. 16, he's only going to get better.
Absolutely. I mean, I thought he impressed quite well against Hinckley on his.
Yeah, he loves a tackle.
That was nearly a commentator's curse, and then we can breathe a sigh of relief there for that. Gaz Hunt. Biggleswade moving the ball a lot quicker than we have seen in the past. looking for that ball to Brayman. The goalkeeper's had to head it away. It's come to Ivan Atono. Goalkeeper's out of goal. He's looked into the box, gone for the cross. It's well blocked. At the moment, Peterborough trying to calm things down. That's well defended by Marcus. Just calms the play down there a little bit and doesn't expose the one-on-one. Brayman, that's a drop ball there, surely.
I almost thought Brian was about to not make the referee there.
I'm going to put it past him. Oh, 11 minutes in. It's been a very positive start to the game for Biggleswade United. Find themselves 1-0 up from a debut goal from Taylor Waney. Of course, last time we were here was so close to getting at least a point last time out here at home.
Good turn on the 11.
Nice turn, Marcus there, trying to defend his man. Chased him to the very end, well defended.
I've got some on sale, 2 for 1.
That's last time we were here. James, you got on the score sheet. It's unfortunate not to at least get a point that day, I thought.
We deserve something, but when you're at the bottom, you get no luck here, so that's the issue.
It's definitely these sort of games you have to pick up, or try and pick up maximum points from. Two sides at the bottom of the United Counties League. It would be a huge result if Biggleswade can win this tonight. It certainly looks like the team are working well together. Peterborough and Northern Star definitely know this is the team that faced them back in August is a shadow of the team that's playing tonight.
It looks like both teams are very much changed from the teams that played against each other in August, I think it was.
Yeah. And that ball there to Charlie Clayton. He could be one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper wins it that time. I think that won't be the first time we'll see a one-on-one like that between Charlie and the Peterborough goalkeeper. Always out of play for a throw-in to United. Back to Brayman as well, blocked off. There's a bit of a late tackle there. Referee has pulled it back for a free kick. Just gone 15 minutes. It is Biggleswade United 1, Peterborough Northern Star 0. United still looking for their first points of the season up against a Peterborough Northern Star side who have not won a game since they played Biggleswade. Since they played Biggleswade at home. This is the return fixture. Could have a chance here though. Could be dangerous for Biggleswade. It's been drifted out wide. It's well defended. Can't do anything in the corner, but this could be dangerous. It's cleared away by Axel. Clayton looking for that overlap with Atono. That's good play by Biggleswade. United on the counter attack. He's got Brayman Fatty in the middle. Ivan still running. It's well defended. Very good challenge there by the Peterborough Northern Star defender. It's out of play for a throw-in.
I think Ivan has still won some priceless yards there. Serious yardage. I'll draw that.
It's a nice little touchdown, but from Clayton onto Atono, which. Throw in. This could be players in the box there.
Good win by Mason.
Fantastic win there by Mason. Andrews to Axel. So just find a bit of support there. So a throw in there to Biggleswade, I would say. Yep. Well spotted, ref. It's a good possession spell this by Biggleswade. Controlling this first half so far, I would say. Capitalise and get some more goals here. Charlie Clayton flags up for offside. It must be close.
Got that free on the offside penalty now. Should have got a time shot.
There's a white ball behind you.
Oh, there you go.
I don't, unfortunately, no.
Two did, forward did.
Because we've got players who have returned to the club as well. Charlie Clayton returned on Saturday. Gareth Hunt back in the team. John Gerald isn't here with us today, but he was back on Saturday. Ollie Leslie, of course, as well, between the sticks. So good lot of experience, of course. Some of the young players out there, of course, as well. Raymond Fatty joining the club. It's been a lot more improvements, a lot more recruitment at Biggleswade United, trying to resolve the situation that we are in. Which in a good start in the opening 20 minutes. Just want to make sure they're not too exposed defensively tonight. A lot more communication tonight, I think, as well. Ball is out of play. A Peterborough throw. Well, defended back there by Ivan Tono, doing his defensive duties there, the forward. Biggleswade now bringing the ball back further forward now on the right-hand side. The goal scorer to Charlie Clayton, looking for that 1-2. Brammer couldn't quite get onto the second ball, but I think United have done well winning the second ball so far. Marcus was wrong side of the forward. And forward was off balance there for Peterborough, out of play for a goal kick. There's a lot more calmness on the ball tonight from Biggleswade. They're taking their time with the ball. They're not rushing over. They're not rushing it. They're enjoying their football out there. Charlie Clayton now goes for goal. It's well saved. It's a bit of a soft strike in the end there by Charlie. He knows he can do a bit better. Just want to make sure we can take advantage of the early possession spell. We want to get it maybe another goal before half time. We know how quick it can change. So far, it's been a very positive start. I was looking at the foul there on Bremer. Do you think that we had a case there, James? Or?
No, never a foul.
Respect your honesty. Keeping the ball going out of play for a goal kick.
Getting the year from Madrid.
That's the thing. I know who he is. I know he's not.
Ollie there, see there, the goal kick.
Good touch by Kane.
Had to be really there.
Kane's
Back to the
a
goalkeeper.
good player, man. I'll tell you this. You can tell his dad is pro.
Yeah, really good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's brought up in the right environment.
He's played football. He looks like he's played football before.
It's a dangerous sort of strike in the end.
Their 10's good.
Experience, yeah. Really experience.
Their 10's very good.
Different strikers than one from before. Still good.
Yeah, 10's picking up pockets, running in behind, just dragging Marcus about.
Pressure for United to deal with here. And this could well be a chance here for Peterborough. It's over the bar. That's about third or fourth chance now that Peterborough Northern Star have missed. You can definitely tell they're a team that are also down the bottom, missing chances. It looks like Axel, who's down for Biggleswade. It does not look good. Did you see how he did that, James? Or I didn't see anything.
I presume he just fell over the legs. But I didn't see him. Didn't see a thing.
That's Guillaume saying we are more solid at the back, the first sign of a stronger team. We are growing confidence with the ball. So many good signs so far, confirming impressions from previous games. Absolutely, Guillaume. Been a very good start for Biggleswade. As mentioned, Peterborough had a couple of decent chances here. No, nothing really to test Ollie Leslie so far. It's been a very good start going forward for United. Seems to be working in midfield with Kai Andrews winning the ball back in midfield quite frequently, getting the ball out to Bramer, who's helping really to start the attacks going.
With him in there, it's sort of letting Gaz and Brian just be free in it, because he's not moving from there, which then sort of allows you to play 2 10s. She's had enough. The referee seems like she's had enough.
Asu Ampadu is walking. It looks like it'll be ready to come back on in a second. No, Christian's not preparing a substitute, so it looks like he will be okay. So that is good news. So Tono.
Yeah, this is the first game you would win.
Yeah, 100%.
Charlie there was in an offside position, couldn't challenge for the ball. United back in action also still at home once again on Saturday against Rugby Town. That is a 3 o'clock kickoff. So will not be live streamed, but I'm sure we will post the coverage of it after 5:30. I want to say should be. Of course, thank you all for joining us for this live stream. The first stream we've done live in quite a while, due to the 3 o'clock blackouts on Saturday for the men's team. Just make sure you put in the comments any questions you have. I do have Aaron Carr, Callum Elliott, Derek Maruma and James Tizard here So if you have any questions at half-time, you're more than welcome to answer them, I'm sure. As United back on the ball here, Taylor, who's had a very good start to the game. Of course, debut goal. It's the ball, and it's been blocked off there very well. So again there, Kai Andrews is unlucky. This could well be a dangerous counter-attack. It's well defended there. Not only was it well defended, but won the ball back as well. That's a brilliant ball. And it's Charlie Clayton one-on-one with the goalkeeper. This to make it 2. It's saved by the goalkeeper. That's a big, big chance in this game. Charlie Clayton one-on-one. He has to score really, but chance to double the lead for Biggleswade. Would have been a big, big goal. They do indeed. We've seen Peterborough miss a couple chances up the other end though as well. They let's go up the other end now. That's a fantastic challenge there by Mason. Did he debut on Saturday?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Debut Saturday.
And they've taken the quick throw in here. What a save by Ollie Leslie. They took the quick throw in, caught the defence off guard. And Ollie Leslie, that was another one-on-one there. And it was fantastically saved by Ollie Leslie to keep the score at 1-1. It could have been 2-0, it could have been 1-1, but it is still 1-0. End-to-end stuff here.
It's bounced back into his hands.
I mean, the reactions there, how close he was to the goalkeeper there.
It's one of those ones where, although the striker's in the 6-yard box, you've got to give all forward to the keeper there.
It doesn't feel as bad now when it's in the one-on-one up one end after the save up the other.
True.
You're going to get chances in football, and the way we're playing, it looks like we're going to have more chances in this game for sure. Charlie, that's just too far there for Taylor, unlucky by Charlie. That's brilliantly defended there by Marcus. Another player come through the youth set up here at Biggleswade. Only 16 years of age in the defence for Biggleswade. Bramer. Charlie trying to hold his run. Bramer's got on the other side. Just lost the ball there. Gareth Hunt just couldn't quite stretch out quick enough. Half an hour played. Biggleswade United 1, Peterborough Northern Star 0. Charlie Clayton having a big, big chance to make it 2-0. And then up the other end, fantastic save by Ollie Leslie.
Send me that, producer.
Give for that ball, Kai Andrews. That's a fantastic ball to Ivor Tono. He's got Charlie Clayton up in the box. It's a Tono. Oh, it was well defended there. I think Clayton was just the wrong side of the defender.
I tell you what, Ryan, the game's really coming to life now.
Absolutely. You should join me in the commentary box more often there.
Hopefully I'll be back out there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that too. Yeah. I mean, whilst you're... Unbelievable chemistry between me and Ryan, I think. Someone might want to go downstairs and get Tiz up. He is right. What a tackle that is by Marcus again. Fantastic crunching tackle. We are seeing an intensity from Biggleswade I haven't seen here at home in quite a while. They're doing well in attack, Biggleswade, and doing very well in defence. There's no panic to our play. Is someone off the pitch there, or just
Great sportsmanship there by mates kicking the ball out.
I was double checking because I wasn't sure whether there was a player down, but it was great sportsmanship there. It's again Kai Andrews there mopping up.
Nice pressure by Charlie.
And all the front three have worked well together as well.
There isn't a lot of space for Peter to play through the middle. I think Kai's doing really well to break it down.
He is very well.
He's showing it again there.
Charlie now doing the pressing on the goalkeeper. It's good play.
It looks as if Peter didn't come all this way expecting such a physical game. There are 6s and 7s anytime someone touches him.
Absolutely.
It's a bit interesting to watch considering they're big men.
No, mate, you're doing great. You're doing great. keep going. This is great.
I'm in the form of my life. If only I could have played this one last Saturday. I'm enjoying it.
Free kick here for Peterborough Northern Star.
Shout out Matt Newman as well up here with us. He's not doing much, but he's here. It's the presence that counts.
This is a dangerous set piece. Now you've got to work on our set pieces. It's well headed away there. Brilliantly headed. I think all we're missing here is a second goal just to... Well defended again there by Biggleswade. We're chasing down the second balls as well. That's great play by Atono. Gareth Hunt in the midfield as well.
Really steady. Switch of play there.
Brilliant play there by Andrews. This is good play here for Biggleswade. Gaz. Nice little 1-2. Oh, you right? So we've got Cameron here as well. I don't know what the weight limit is on up here, by the way.
What are you trying to say?
No, not you. I'm on about.
I know I haven't played a couple of games.
Oh, it always does. I'm used to it now.
Oh, it does move.
I'm surprised it just takes my way, to be honest with you. And got to be defending this. Well caught.
Safe hands there, Barley.
Yeah, so I only seen about 15. It's good, much more positive. I just think we just need to stretch them out wide a little bit more.
Absolutely. Big chance from Charlie and the one-on-one as
Two
well.
of my favourite statements there about Cameron. Stretch him out wide.
But through the middle, play through the middle, spread out wide.
33 minutes gone.
Thank you.
One, two.
Kramer for a switch there. Lost the ball there. Possibly should have passed it a bit earlier there, Bramer.
We've got to worry against 4 points in actual pass. Fair 4 can start fine as a pass will start.
Really
As well, depressing there by Ivan.
Giving away the foul there, though. Pusher not too happy with that decision.
Yeah.
It's not too bad giving away a free kick in that position though, compared to...
You'd rather give them away up there.
Yeah, definitely. Good pressing there by Charlie from the front. That'll play for a goal kick.
He hasn't got any players yet. They also has brought players in from this right wing wasn't there. The centre mid 10 wasn't there.
The number 8 wasn't there now.
Definitely number 6 was there. I know the other centre back was Girl one. That's number 7 came in second. Pretty much not changed too. They have lost the decent shot for Ratchy one.
Yeah, so there with the goal kick. Could be dangerous this for Biggleswade. That's a fantastic challenge there. Great challenge. Was that Mason that did that challenge?
I think it was
Cade. Good challenge there by Cade. He's, I believe, just about past the late fitness test, isn't he?
Yeah, correct. He's been out for almost a year.
Wow. Oh, Ollie misjudged the leap there. It didn't matter too much because we got it away. Bramer pulls out of play. It's Andrews. He's looking to switch the play here to Charlie Clayton. That's a good ball. Charlie Clayton past the goalkeeper. Is it going to be too far? He's still got it there, Charlie Clayton. He's got Bramer in the box. That's a good ball too. Oh, it was a poor touch there by Ivan. It was unfortunate. It was a good ball by Charlie Clayton. Ball's still in play here. Andrews to Hunt. Bramer goes for the strike. Sorry for the bar. It's good play by Biggleswade.
That's going into the river. We just found out.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Mediterranean feel.
Definitely doesn't feel like it.
Hey, what? Is this back now?
Apologies there for the. You might have.
What was it doing?
That's okay. Apologies for any foul language there. Oh, that could be a decent ball. It's unfortunate. They're just looking for that ball over the top every time.
It's a whole lot of the UCL that ball over the top.
I've seen it a few times
Yeah,
myself.
I think I've seen it 3 or 4 times.
I wasn't at Rothwell, but and it's well defended once again, putting the pressure on the forwards and forcing the ball out of play for a goal kick.
I think that shot hit my car actually.
Do you want to go and check
Yeah,
it?
I might go check on it.
See, Ryan's enjoying this commentary.
This is great.
Yeah, I think.
Whilst it's still standing.
Yeah, I think this is from the.
Who did that?
It will be okay.
Was it Vitesse?
This will be worse than Hillsborough.
Well, you can't fix that.
It looks as if Peterborough are trying to find a way to play against us, but they just can't seem to work it out.
They're playing against a much more organised team than the team they last faced.
Yeah, it looks like a massive Biggleswade shaped Rubik's Cube, and they haven't quite got their head around it.
The issue is though, they keep playing the same pass, and we switch on
What
pass.
a tackle! That's a naughty one. That's a naughty one.
Referee, get your cards out.
This could be a big call. This.
She can't book one and not the other. They've both gone in 2 feet.
Exact same.
I tell you
I
what.
think the guy's knee has caught Mason. Because Mason's stronger, so he's gone through it more. They've both gone in high, late.
They're already surrounding them.
I tell you what, in my opinion, that's a naughty one. You do that at my house, that's 10 minutes in the naughty corner.
Is that it? 10 minutes for the naughty corner?
Ask my
I think you're doing quite loud with that.
Ask my daughter, she throws slide tackles.
Just go and see what the decision is going to be here.
The issue
Is it Mason that's down?
Mason's down
first. That was it.
But the issue is the Peterborough player will get penalised because Mason's hurt. But it was a 50-50 that they both went in a little bit naughty, and Mason's come out worse, so therefore it looks bad on him. Similar to the Pop one at the weekend, wasn't as bad as it looked, but Cody got
That's
injured.
true. Yeah, good point.
Plus United are awful.
Very awful.
That is very true.
Slightly better than Barcelona at the minute though.
Not as good as Blackpool though.
Just throw it.
Oh, the Spanish. You're going to be able to call me later.
He's watching.
Tiz has gone fishing. I don't know what he's going to find.
But of course, we hope Mason is okay as well. He is sat up, so looks to be okay.
Worst case scenario, we come out after half time.
No, don't tell me.
Mason Thompson.
Is he giving him a card?
Just speak to both of them. They are.
Looking both.
Does not look good. Mason there with the yellow card.
Yeah, that's good. Very good.
Just to clarify, do you want to say that on stream?
Very, very
good referee. Composed.
I can't say it on stream. The officials have done well there. James Sillard 2021.
Yellow card for both, is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yellow card for both.
Yeah, let's say that again. That's 2 refs I've praised in 2 days.
He's a changed man.
See, we hope Mason is okay.
They've got the free kick too.
They've also got the free kick as well, which I don't understand if they've both got yellow cards.
I think it's because Mason's gone in first, though. Yeah. He's gone to the floor first.
There's not been a substitution made. He's getting treatment on the side of the pitch. And this is a free kick.
Should be towards the end of the half now.
There are 4 minutes to go for half time. It's a big moment in the game. United will want to be defending this set piece. Free kick. United got 10 men for the time. United got 10 men for the time being.
You know what? I think that's a good decision about wanting to slow that down, especially while we've got
10 against 10, and that's a great ball to Ivan. What a ball to Ivan Atono. He definitely would deserve a 2-goal lead if we can get a goal here. It is 10 against 11 for the time being, and whilst it is 10 against 11, you have to feel United keeping the ball as much as possible would be a good thing.
I think that's probably the smart thing to do. Slow it down, try and get Mason back on the pitch. If not, try and get a sub on, and then sort of start building from there again. I think we've got 4 minutes. I could probably get downstairs, get my boots on, get the shin pads on, and jump once towards the end of the half.
How many minutes you got in you today?
I've got about 4 or 5. Right, so you can see if you pick this 4 or 5 for the last 4 or 5. Josh Newman might be my second favourite player in the world.
After his brother, Matt.
After myself.
This substitution will be made.
Yeah, looks like Josh is getting ready.
He wasn't even on team sheet. Ivan, he's caught. He's looked a bit hurt there, Ivan, but he's still got the ball. Got to Clayton. Couldn't quite find the 1-2 there with Ivan. There was new players for Charlie as well to build chemistry with. There's been a bit of a gap on this right-hand side. And it's well blocked there by Axel. Mason is actually back on his feet on the sideline, so we're not quite sure if the sub will be made.
Josh is putting the bib back on. So
It still looks to be limping to me, though. It still looks... They've still got time. It looks like the sub
will be made.
The substitution will be made. It will be... I haven't got number 12 down.
That's Josh Newman.
Wasn't on the team.
Josh Newman is most definitely on the team sheet as we're not playing minutes.
So Josh Newman is coming on for the injured Mason Watkins Clark. Unfortunate because he feel like he had a good start, James, to the game.
Mason's quality. He calls up the defence perfectly. It's a shame he's gone off, but
hopefully Josh can do a job in there as well.
Yeah, just hopefully the lack of experience between the 2 centre-halves doesn't start paying off because I think they're 10.
That's a good.
Barry's very experienced.
He's done
well to keep that ball there, Ivan. Atono.
Ivan looks a little bit Brazilian.
They're enjoying their football out there, Biggleswade today. 20%. And they've got teammates up here that are impressed.
Look at the football.
You see the way we're expressing ourselves, seriously?
I'll tell you what, this is the kind of football when you get to train with Derek every week. That's what you learn.
What do you think of that, James? Axel, I think he's not offside. How can a right back be offside? That's not.
Just watch the
I think that there's a thing to be said. I should probably be biased and say he wasn't offside, but he was.
You haven't seen your head. He was there. It's too quick, sorry.
I've tried to make my head transparent.
He might as well have made a full course meal while he was there.
Got a few minutes left now till half time.
I think Biggleswade are about 45 minutes away from getting Olays out.
Hopefully, I think we want a couple more before we start getting the Olays out. They've been first to every second ball, Biggleswade. Atono couldn't quite get to the ball there. But United aren't happy.
It hasn't quite gone that way. Good turn.
Oh, that's a good challenge.
Oh, ref, what a decision!
The referee's definitely letting the game flow tonight, which is good to see. Don't see that very often.
You know, it looks as if Ollie will let the ball stay at his foot until someone comes near him.
I don't say I can blame.
Oh,
How?
boy.
Don't complain.
That's why they would have scored now.
We've got minutes to go before half time. Don't reset it. If the game's going back up. You can stay up if you want to.
I'll be back.
Let's go,
Stay for a half time chat if you like.
Yeah, we can have a Q&A.
Oh, yeah. Is there any questions, bro?
I haven't seen any so far. I could ask a few maybe.
A one-time limited edition
Nice
Derek
ball.
Q&A. You don't get them a lot.
Did you do one in the programme the other day?
I did. There's two that exist. In this whole existence, there is two Q&As with me that exist ever. They're worth their weight in gold.
I see.
He's
Charlie looks on side to me. It's well defended by the Peterborough Northern Star defender. I mean, they've had their own chances as well, Peterborough, but Biggleswade. I don't think Peterborough expected this Biggleswade side tonight, for sure. Up for the fight.
well
A
defended.
competitive game. And Taylor, who got the goal for Biggleswade, is doing his job defensively there brilliantly. Out to Clayton. Looking for Taylor again. Just before half-time, this could be a fantastic moment here for Biggleswade. Just before half-time, it's Taylor looking for a second. It's blocked. And it's out of play for a late Biggleswade United corner at the end of the half.
He loves the cutting human food. He doesn't want humans to. And I like it. You get up.
We don't want too many limbs up here, lads.
Yeah. I think it would get absolutely mental up if we score a second. I might make my way down now. I'll catch you like at the bottom. You right, Lionel? Yeah.
Shout out, Lionel. Don't know his name, but
If we go 2-0 up now, I think there's hope in that.
I'm kind of going to hold on to be
Yeah,
honest. But
I don't know what's up with that.
it was crossed in by Bramer.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, but it wasn't to anybody. Referee has blown her whistle. Fantastic half of football by Biggleswade United, who have, for the large part, dominated that first half. Biggleswade United won. Peterborough Northern Star 0. A very, very good start to the game. And it was a well-taken finish by the debutant Taylor Winey. And it was it was a much deflected shot, but we don't really care that much about the deflection. And it would have been well deserved. Charlie Clayton had a chance that was one-on-one, was well saved, and we also had a fantastic save up the other end moments later from Ollie Leslie, the one-on-one.
I think there was a couple chances both ways towards the end of the half. The game sort of came to life. I think 1-0 at the minute is probably the right scoreline. Maybe not 1-0. I think Biggleswade do deserve to be a goal or two up. I think second half when the game opens up a bit more, I'd like to see us use our wingers more. I think the game will probably be won and lost on our left-hand side where Taylor's been causing a lot of sort of trouble. I think the only way we could have caused more trouble is if I played left wing.
Absolutely. And also we have had the early substitution of Mason Watkins-Clark, who had to come off, made his debut on Saturday. Was having a good game, but unfortunately was 50-50 challenge went in, and unfortunately he did pick up a yellow card, but he had to be substituted off for Josh Newman. So we obviously wish him all of the best. I believe we've also got a video of Brahim Fati and Guillaume Balaguer, to the chairman of Biggleswade United, to show you. So we're going to keep you entertained for the next 10-15 minutes with that clip, and we will be back with live coverage of the second half in around 10 minutes time. So make sure you do not go anywhere.
It takes place not in front of cameras, but when you do one of those chit chats where you catch up with people that you like and that have been friends for a while, and particularly with Ansu Fati, it was my chance, my first opportunity to tell him that his brother is doing really well. Brahima rescinded his contract with Barcelona a month and a half ago, moved to England to play for Biggleswade United, the club I'm the chairman of.
Biggleswade United.
United, sí. Para ¿no? Sí, ya está.
And he said, oh yeah, he was telling me that his brother is enjoying it. And he also said, I'll come to see you. I said, at the Kids Hospice Stadium? He says, yeah. I've never been to London, he said. It'd be an opportunity to see London and see my brother play.
Nos vamos viendo. Encantado.
He was walking away from me, turned around and he was like, yeah, I will. Well, that'd be nice. Anyway, big games at the weekend in the Kids Hospice Stadium. On Sunday, we play the Women's FA Cup. And by the way, we have an amazing program. It's like a Premier League program, I'm telling you. So make sure you get a copy of it if you are at the Kids Hospice Stadium on Sunday, which is when the game is.
The Peterborough Northern Star players are coming back out for the second half. But a reminder to say a big thank you for some player sponsors. We'd like to give a thank you to Time Lord for sponsoring Aaron Khan, who was up here. I think he will be joining us once again for the second half as well. We want to thank Time Lord for sponsoring him. George Harlow is not playing tonight, but we want to thank Elgrave SR.com for sponsoring George Harlow, Tracy James and Heather Rennie for sponsoring Banat, the Tudballs for sponsoring James Tizard, Borja Garcia for sponsoring Christian Colas, and also we'd like to say a big thank you to the Perkins family for not only sponsoring Ollie Leslie, who's in goal tonight for Biggleswade, but also his sister Grace, who plays for the Biggleswade United ladies team as well. As Biggleswade are not out for the second half just yet. And one player who did get his first goal for Biggleswade United against Peterborough Northern Star in the away game was Callum Elliott. I'm here with Callum now. What did you think? What do you think of the game so far, Callum? Biggleswade?
Very positive start from Biggleswade. Really good start, positive from the whole. Because it's been a brand new set of players coming in. It's positive to see them gelling so well.
Absolutely, and you mentioned also that. Are you at all surprised by how well Marcus looks out there? Because you played with him in the 16s
really
last season.
Because from last year under 16s jumping into the men's, such a big gap, and he's playing perfectly and showing no weakness.
Absolutely, and of course you had a big moment against the cyber facing, as I mentioned, Peterborough Northern Star. How many memories do you have from that moment? I know we lost the game, but it was a big moment for you personally.
Very proud for me to get my first senior goal.
Absolutely. So we are getting back ready. Thank you for that, Callum. The players back out for the second half. I think Christian will probably be saying more of the same for the second half because it's been a very positive start. I think the only I would in past games at halftime I would say, you know, we've maybe ruled missed chances, but I could also argue that Peterborough missed a couple of decent chances in this game as well, and we could almost come away almost. I would say we definitely deserve to be 1-0 up, but I mean Peterborough definitely have created their own chances themselves, and I would say overall 1-0 at half time is probably a fair assumption of the second half. I mean Peterborough would have felt quite unlucky if the game, as much as we would have been very happy with it being 2-0 at half time. I think it would have been a little bit harsh on the visitors today if it was 2-0 at half time. But we're just hoping Biggleswade keep building on this because if I remember, we had a good start to the first half away from home against this lot. And many seconds into the second half, it started to all unravel and go wrong. But as we mentioned, Callum's already mentioned it, and I've mentioned it a few times. Tiz mentioned it in the first half as well as Derek. It's very much a very different team out there compared to the team that played out in Peterborough in the opposing game between the two sides. Charlie's back. We've got a bit of experience with him. Gaz, Ivan has just been growing game by game as well. And Taylor as well on the other side looks like another threat that means that we won't be as one-dimensional with Ivan. We can use both sides of the attack. And Charlie, he struggled a little bit out there at times, but I think he is good at holding up the ball and getting the pockets to the wingers, getting the balls to the wingers, and starting counter-attacks. And I think we've definitely seen an improvement in our attacking play with Bramer back in there as well. They are back underway for the second half, which means I need to do my timing. And it's an early free kick, is it? It seems to be for Peterborough Northern Star. We saw this in the away fixture, a quick free kick given. He's in some distress by the sounds of it. We are back underway for the second half. Did you know who made the challenge there, Callum?
I think it was Josh Newman.
Josh Newman, of course, came on in the first half. We did have his brother Matt up here. Not quite sure where everyone is. I think kind of left him in the dark here, Callum. It's all right. You're all right up here. We do have Callum Elliott, one of the youngest Biggleswade United player senior, in senior play. So if you do have any questions for young Callum, I'm sure he'll be able to answer any questions you have. This is not exactly the position Biggleswade would have wanted to be in. Free kick, dangerous position. We saw in our last home game actually against Essington Sports. Tiz got the equaliser, and the free kick, similar to this sort of position, was well struck by the Essington striker, which really was an awful moment from a Biggleswade United perspective. So we don't want that to happen again. I suppose the difference is here is that it's not 1-1, it's 1-0, so wouldn't be too bad. But so far we've dealt with set pieces quite well. It's been well blocked. We've got Vamos Biggleswade. Thank you, Sergio. Of course, put it down in the comments as well where you're watching from, and I will give you a shout out. Make sure you do stay subscribed and hit the follow button on Twitch as well. Not very often we can do the live streams that are live due to the 3 o'clock blackout rule. So Tuesday games are always a bit special. Managed to stream these live. We'd also like to thank everyone for joining us as well at the Keach Hospice. We have got another game at home Saturday 3 o'clock. Cannot be live streams. We will be covering the game, but we will not be broadcasting it live. So if you are local to Biggleswade, make sure you do head down to the Keach Hospice this Saturday. Rugby Town at home. Will Biggleswade have got their first win of the season before then? We're about 14 minutes away from finding out. But they've got to defend this free kick first. The Peterborough Northern Star player looks to be back up on his feet, looking ready to come back on, so he should be okay. Apologies for any foul language you might have heard there on the touchline. You know, tempers run high. It's free kick for United to defend early into the second half. Free kick's crossed in at the back post. Oh, that could be a penalty. Have they given a penalty? They've given... No, they haven't. Have they? They haven't given... Have they? Just clarifying what the decision is. I think it's a penalty. The foot was quite high, I thought, if I'm being honest. Which was a high foot. You got to be careful sometimes. I'm sure he was going for the ball. I'm not quite sure who... Do you know who made the challenge there?
Could have been Marcus Wilson, I think.
Could have been Marcus Wilson. That would be a commentator's curse, wouldn't it? But, of course, you go for the ball there. You're always going to be a little bit dangerous here. And after such a good start for Biggleswade, it looks like it will be a penalty. The striker comes back on the pitch for Peterborough, but it looks like we have another issue here. It is a penalty to the visitors. It's a big moment in the game. I just hope that isn't as serious as it looks, just for the Peterborough Northern Star player, because you don't want to see injuries like that, do you, Callum, in the game? Ollie Leslie, I think they're using his experience. I think we need Derek and Tiz back up here, and Aaron and Matt. We've got to get them back up here for a bit of good luck here, because it worked in the first half. A few minutes into the second half, Peterborough Northern Star have a penalty. The Peterborough Northern Star defender looks to be back up on his feet, which is always a good sign. The number 10, who I thought actually had a decent first half. James, I think, was watching him quite extensively on this right-hand side in the first half, but is a penalty for Ollie Leslie to become a hero for Biggleswade United. It's Biggleswade United 1, Peterborough Northern Star 0, and this is a penalty for Peterborough Northern Star, which is not what Biggleswade would have wanted. It's a big moment in the game. It's a 6-pointer, 20th against 21st. Biggleswade haven't won a game, and Peterborough haven't won a game since they faced Biggleswade. Something's got to give. Ollie Leslie could become a hero here. He's up against the number 4 Peterborough Northern Star. Penalty. It's up against Ollie Leslie. He's taken Ollie Leslie the wrong way, and it is 1-1. I don't think there's many complaints about the penalty decision at all, really. Well, it was just a high boot. It was unfortunate. And he's taken Ollie Leslie the wrong way, and now this is a big moment. heads cannot drop now, Callum. I couldn't have said it better myself. I mentioned about our poor start in the second half in the away fixture. It's happened again here today, but as I mentioned, difference is it's now 1-1, and we're not behind here, and we really Andrews there was blocked off quite quickly, and it's going to be a bit of a tough spell now for Biggleswade because Peterborough Northern Star will definitely have their tails up for sure, and it'll be a test of character. Still 11 against 11 as well, of course. They want a quick response here. Gaz looking for the ball to Taylor. Looking for that ball in behind. The number 10's come back out. Ollie Leslie, it's not been cleared well at all here for Biggleswade, and it's wide of the post. And apologies if you didn't see that. The camera was a little bit tilted, but I can explain that Ollie Leslie just missed the ball on the one-on-one. The number 9 got the ball for Peterborough Northern Star, and the shot goes wide. And it's little bits of luck like that when you're down at the bottom that you definitely need. And we've seen a couple moments like that today for Biggleswade, and they say luck of the green. You definitely need them in these circumstances. And like I said, it was a Marcus who we think made the challenge. I can definitely hear Derek. I think they're downstairs. They've probably left you up here. Guillaume's got a question for you, Callum. He says, Callum, tell us what has it been like your first few months as a senior player?
It's been a really, really open and welcoming from everyone in the club. They've helped me settle into the first team very well. Great experience for me as a player, because as of last year, I wouldn't expect this kind of exposure.
We mentioned that at half time about the team was like.
And due to the opportunity, I like to think that I've done well in the opportunities I've been given.
Absolutely, and you're still, as I mentioned, only 16 years old as well, so still plenty of time to develop and grow. You'll definitely get more chances out there. You've seen Aaron as well take his chances when he's been out there as well, and Marcus as well, who's playing tonight.
Just all great experience and learning.
Absolutely, it's a great attitude to have as well. And Biggleswade here, they haven't really settled in the second half, have they, Callum, really?
They need to relax on the ball now. The next 5 minutes is really important.
Absolutely, and they found the ball over the top. They've grabbed the second man in there. He's turned Axel. Goes for the shot, and it's another chance that goes begging for Peterborough. It's a bit of a... If I'm going in reverse here, I've seen games where we've missed chances like that. Multiple chances, and the opposition have come to punish us, and I think my only assumption would be now, I hope that we can go up the other end and punish Peterborough for their mistakes and their missed chances in football. The only stat that always matters in football, of course, is in the goals you score. So, yeah, as I mentioned, of course, keep the questions coming in for Callum as well. He will happily answer any questions you have. As mentioned, played for the senior sides and the under 23s as well, continuing his development as a Biggleswade United player and taking his opportunities out there. And Peterborough, different side second half since the goal. Axel's been misbalanced here. It's Andrews who, I'm not quite sure about that one, but I mean, we'll take the probably a 50-50. Charlie Clayton now one-on-one with the goalkeeper. We've seen a few of these battles so far. Once again, the goalkeeper was very alert. Oh, Andrews, that was a loose ball. It's been well cleared though by Josh Newman, who I believe was at the club last season as well.
He was,
yeah, I thought he was. I recognise the name.
23 player last season.
Oh, really? Oh, that explains why I didn't see him that often then. And I think United, I mean, they've been under a lot of pressure here, but I think the difference we've seen is there's not been any real sense of panic. We've had one mistake there, was the penalty decision. It was a penalty. I haven't really seen many complaints for that one. We've had a couple of controversial ones this season, but I don't think there'll be many complaints about that at all. And it's Newman now. Bramer, who He's a bit isolated sometimes in midfield, Brahim. I think he might just be looking for a bit more support from his players. Andrews is fouled there. Free kick given to United. I don't think the referee's missed much at all in this game. She hasn't at all.
Really well ref.
Very well refed as well.
It's a big physical game, and the ref's done really well.
I feel like she's let the game flow a bit as well. Definitely, it's good to see. You don't really see that often in any part of football, let alone non-league. That's a nice little flick there by Gaz. I've definitely seen him hit a few in last season, a few from outside the box. That's well defended by Josh, relaxed on the ball, keeping the ball relaxed, calm, which definitely calms the teammates. They might have the cavalry coming up. Sarah said, can Callum give a shout out to Naomi as she is watching at home with COVID?
Shout out to Naomi.
There we go. Thank you for that. We've also got Aaron Khan here, young Biggleswade United goalkeeper.
I'm back on the commentary.
Back on the commentary. Because I was talking to Callum about Marcus. He was saying that he was playing with the 16s with you guys.
Yeah, you played the basketball team.
So, that's a bit of a mistake there by Ollie. It's to be okay. It's just settled down a little bit here, Biggleswade.
Yeah, it's been a cagey start to this half.
I was saying it reminds me of the second half start against. Well, that was a bit, and it's not been latched onto here at all. And mistake at the back by Cade, who had a very good first half. It just seemed to just stop playing out there. And obviously there's no offside call because it comes off the Biggleswade player, and it's another mistake at the back for Biggleswade. Cade looks like he's injured himself as well. And for such a great start United had at 1-0, you can't say this has been coming in the second half, unfortunately. Big test now for Biggleswade. Still in the game. Still only 2-1. Well, still now 2-1 down. And they'll have to show a bit more of what we saw in the first half, lads.
Yeah, we need to go back into this game. First half we dominated. It was like after the goal they couldn't really get near us, and come back out in the second half. It's been cagey. We need to get back in the game. Hopefully we'll go very soon. Substitution now.
It does look like there will be a substitution. I think is that Ivan coming off?
Yeah, Ivan off and Markel
Markel Cousins? Markel?
I'm not too sure what his last name is, but
looks like Ivan is coming off. It's a good game by Ivan, I thought. I mean, it wasn't as much in the game as he probably would have wanted, but with Taylor coming into the team, it, like I mentioned, gives a different dynamic for Biggleswade to play on with both sides rather than just on Ivan's side. But that is a substitution. So yeah, that's Ivan off and Markel on.
I think I don't really know. We just need to expect the unexpected, really. It's just like
I think it might have surprised Peterborough how well we started the game, and yeah, definitely. And I think the last 5 minutes of the second half, Peterborough were getting in the game a little bit more. I'll just go back to that big chance by Charlie. Just can't, as you mentioned there, can't be desperate. You're absolutely right. This team will grow, but this feels like a big. It feels like a huge game here for Biggleswade. So it'd be really important if we can get back and to how we were playing in the first half. So I was mentioning to Callum, Aaron, about Marcus, and are you surprised at all by his development in this team? What you saw?
No, not really. So when we were playing last season, it was like, I don't know, just sort of, he was just miles above.
Yeah.
You could just tell that something was going to come, and something has come.
That's a great goal. Yeah.
He's proven himself. I think he's established himself, especially today. He's played really well. Absolutely. Yeah, he's. I don't know what to say really, but here goes Markel.
There comes Markel. Just come on, Markel, looking to bring a bit more energy to United's play. Look at that ball into Charlie. I think Charlie just wasn't quick enough there to catch Markel. But that's the sort of balls you're looking for a striker there. Ball in behind. Just has to get his pace up a bit more, Charlie, who I definitely saw last season. If he can get going, he's a very good centre forward to have. Scored a few goals in the Spartan South Midlands League last season for Biggleswade. Of course, different league now to adapt to, as we've seen the struggles United have had.
I feel like this game is definitely here to be won.
Absolutely.
In the next sort of 5-10 minutes, we need to really work, get our work rates up, get back.
Charlie, that's a good turn on, Lucky. Just looking for someone to just take the game by the scruff of the neck.
Yeah, exactly.
That kind of thing.
And with Markel coming on, he could be that player.
It just takes that one bit of magic to get the whole team going.
Absolutely. Of course, we've still got Braver Fatty in there. Gaz Hunt as well. We know he can make stuff happen. Missing Jordan Gerald today, who was captain of the side on his return last Saturday, sorry. Marcus on the ball now. As I thought, it was a good ball actually, but I just don't think he realised no one was there. Bit of awareness there, yeah. Especially being a game of two halves so far. Biggleswade growing into this second half a little bit more now. I think the second goal, has woken us up a bit. Seeing a bit more positive football now from Biggleswade.
That's a good.
Of course, a couple of weeks ago was confirmed that Christian was continuing with Biggleswade United, which was great news. What's Christian been like for you lads?
Really
coming into the senior team?
Yeah, he's helped us out quite a bit actually. He's always sort of been there, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Like he's always like edged us on to do better. He's always sort of said, doesn't matter about the result, keep going. You're both young, you're both great players. Just keep doing the thing and stuff will come from it.
That's great. Especially you, Aaron, as well, with the two goalkeepers we had last year. Obviously, Ollie's come back now and a bit more competition. But Tyler as well, you must have never thought you'd be able to get this opportunity so quickly.
So when I was training with the first team last year, obviously I've been speaking to Taylor, speaking to Ollie, both really sound guys, but I was just sort of like, wow, I'm a long way off this.
Yeah.
And then played, one game for the 23s? And then Christian said, yeah, we won't be in my team for the next season. So I was delighted when he said that to me.
Do you remember where you were when you got the phone call?
Where was I? I think I was just in the car with my mum.
Yeah. And of course, training with a goalkeeper like Ollie as well would be a good experience.
Yeah, exactly.
And now United have an opportunity for a potential counter-attack at Markel again. Out on this left, Bramer, who we haven't seen much of him on the ball so far this second half. One thing I said in the first half was most of our good attacks will come from Bramer getting the ball in midfield, and also Kai Andrews has had I believe it's his debut as well. Kai, it's definitely the first game I've seen him in. For that ball. Charlie Clayton, I don't think you can give handball to that. Bit of a soft one there from me. Maybe there's a bit of bias in there.
For the visitors.
The slight substitution there for the visitors. want to settle the game back down, Biggleswade. It's been not really been going to the pace as it was in the first half. Just want to try and keep control of possession a little bit more. So Andrews to Hunt. We look to try and get back into this game. If you're just joining us, Biggleswade took the lead in the first half, and Peterborough got themselves a penalty at the start of the second half, and then a little mistake at the back for United made it 2-1 to Peterborough Northern Star, and I would say that it's probably been one of the most positive performances from United. First half especially, could have been 2 or 3 at times. But Peterborough Northern Star, as I mentioned, definitely had their own chances first half, and they would have felt that they could have potentially come away with 1-1 at half time. And they've kept their intensity up, they've kept believing in themselves, and this could well be danger here as Marcus got the wrong side, tackles come in. It's a great challenge. I wasn't too sure about it, if I'm honest, but
I've got to back my boy.
oh, of course, yeah. I'm not trying to not be too biased, but he got the ball for sure. Yeah.
We could go to the close one. We could definitely go to the dubious tackles panel like that one.
Axel. Just want to keep the ball a little bit more. That's better. Bramer, he's under a lot of pressure. No one's helping him out there, Bramer Fatty. And now there's another counter-attack here for Peterborough to potentially be a sucker punch. It's been punched away by Ollie and it's out of play for a corner, but just looking for a bit more support in that midfield there, Bramer, I think.
What's this for?
Is this
Simbin.
Simbin? Who's been Simbin? What for?
Brian Simbin. I think he was holding the run.
Brian Fatty's been Simbin for Biggleswade, so I'm not quite sure how long a Simbin actually is. I think it's 10 minutes.
Yeah, I believe it's 10 minutes. Yeah.
I think the referee doesn't like something that he's done. So maybe Christian's just saying to Bramer, just get away, because you don't want to get sent off in that situation. A Simbin, yes, you're down to 10 for 10 minutes, but it's definitely better than being sent off. So free kick for Peterborough Northern Star. Everyone bar one is defending here for Biggleswade. Corner comes in, Charlie, and it's actually, they were looking for a foul there on Tyler. So bouncers seem to be catching up Biggleswade a lot in the second half. I think Peterborough have been more expansive with their attacks in the second half. It was a lot more balls over the top. See another one there. Flag stays down. Wasn't quite sure if that flag was going up there, you know. Little 1-2, the position of play. They've kept it. It's just gone out of play there for a goal kick. And the next 10 minutes or so, definitely. You've got Jordan Gerald watching from home. Come on, boys, to hear from JJ. It's good to see him back at the club to captain the side on Saturday.
I feel like we need to settle in this half. I think since we come back out, we've not been the same team. He's panicked. Yeah.
How is Christian liking his half-time team talks? We'll see what's normally his approach.
Ooh, that's a
little behind the scenes. I don't know how much you can give away there.
How much can we give away?
You don't have to if you're not allowed to. That's absolutely fine. Probably should have put you on the spot like that. Sorry.
We can say he definitely gives us some more. I don't know.
Grace saying yes, let's get going. Not giving too much away. I like that. To mention, we've also got Aaron Khan and Callum Elliott up in the gantry as well. So any questions for both, or happily be able to answer, but they've been caught out here, Biggleswade, and it's gone wide again, and we've seen a couple of chances like that from Peterborough Northern Star. As I mentioned, chances like that, we've got to be able to punish them for missing chances like that. Kelly had said, I rate Aaron and Callum should have been picked, don't you think? So. I think Christian at the moment is just experimenting with the new players coming in.
We want to see how they gel in with the team. We want to see them play. Probably hasn't seen them quite like they've played in a while.
Fitness levels might not be where they used to be as well. That's a fantastic ball, which just wasn't touched down properly there by Taylor. It was unfortunate that ball comes in, looking for Charlie, just couldn't quite get his foot onto it. As I mentioned, a sharp, fully fit Charlie Clayton can be very, very clinical up top, I think, for Biggleswade. Not quite sure if he's there just yet at the moment. He's obviously only come back on Saturday. It's good pressing there by Charlie. I think even if we get a point on the board, it will certainly be a big confidence booster for this team, I think, as well. Bit of a push behind the ball there, but actually it was a good defending on the ball. Not to have to take that back. But referee let it go. As I mentioned, it's good to see the referee letting things go, letting the game flow. Absolutely, I couldn't agree more. There it comes, yeah. There is it.
That's a ball.
Charlie Clayton. Well defended in the end by Peterborough for sure. And Marcus nearly caught out. Well played. He was under a lot of pressure there, Marcus. And
Trying to get on the overlap here.
And look at this here from Taylor. That's great defending. He was maybe caught wrong side. It was good recovery there from the forward to come back and help his team defensively.
Who's that coming on? Ali?
Looks like Ali coming on for Axel. So that's an attacking substitution there. Axel Ampadu coming off for Ali.
Yeah, I believe Marcus could be going left back here. Marcus might be going left back. Yeah, that's what I
Oh, did he?
In the 60s last year, he played left back. And I'm assuming Newman and...
Ball comes in. Oh, yeah, I think they're definitely looking for that, the number 10, I think.
Yeah, he was always going to try and go down there.
And under a bit more pressure here. Biggleswade, and it nearly went into his own net. It's well defended in the end, and it's out of play for another corner. It's been a much more improved performance by the hosts, and I think that was only helped by the early penalty they got in the start of the second half. It was not the start that United would have wanted. But we're seeing signs of improvement, and this is why Christian's been given the back in by the board. We've seen the improvements made. I mean, you can definitely say this is a much better, improved performance than the last time we played Peterborough Northern Star. Of course, today where Callum got his first goal for Biggleswade as well.
Oh, yeah, you did, Callum. I feel like in recent weeks as well, it's been better.
It does feel like a matter of time, but at the moment it's Biggleswade find themselves in not the position that we want to be in, but sorry to cut you off there, Aaron.
It's fine. I'm not too sure what his name is, the number 4. Is he going centre back?
That is Kai Andrews.
Has he got the centre back? Maybe?
It looks like he's more defensively, yeah. The onside, the flag's up for offside on my side. It was definitely close. He was trying to time his run there, Charlie.
Is this offside chart still up? Or?
I'm not quite sure he even started it, to be honest.
So yeah, we've gone 3-2. 3-2-3-1. And then we're Brian
Oh yeah, I forgot about Primer in the Simbin. Of course, we've been down to 10 men under a lot of pressure. Biggleswade United. That Simbin should not be much longer now, I would say. They've been under a lot of pressure here, and I'll tell you what, Ali's on side here. Hesitated with the run there, I think, a little bit maybe, and Charlie's now going to press at the goalkeeper. Good pressing. But Ali's not fouled. That's not a foul there. The referee's not done much wrong there, but I think that was very soft there.
2 minutes left of
How many minutes? Maybe check that. Oh, it's quarter past, isn't it? So it must be around just under 10 minutes to go. Apologies, forgot to do the stopwatch in the second half. Derek only wanted to get paid for the first half of the stopwatch, man. I don't know where he is for the second half. I'm sure he's enjoying the rest of the game. Or, well, not, you know what I mean. As a United now looking to... it was very well played by Marcus. Biggleswade United will be back in action at the Uhlsport Stadium this Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff, Rugby Town. Make sure you can get your tickets on the club website, and more information on Twitter as well. It's United on the attack again here. Gareth Hunt with just under 10 minutes to go. United looking for this equaliser. It's coming, Ali. Oh, he just had to get a foot on it, and it's well deflected there. Taylor looking for his second of the game. Deflection, well blocked. And then Christian there is calling the referee over to see if Bramer can come back on. 11 against 11, 10 minutes to go. This could be a good opportunity. A big...
Is it a goal kick? Sorry?
It looks like the referee's given the linesman's given a goal kick. I thought it was a corner. I was too busy looking at Bramer to see... The referee's talking to Bramer on the sidelines. There's a lot going on here, so we will try and process what's happened. I thought for sure that had to be a corner.
I'm sure that was a corner. I'm sure.
Unless it's deflected back off.
I'm not too sure about that one. I think that should be a corner.
Nonetheless, it is giving us a goal kick. Bramer's back on the pitch. We're back 11 against 11. Absolutely furious on the touchline, Christian and Bernat.
And Dell as well. It's all
Christian not very happy out there with that decision. Trying to push his players on. We did ask Callum a couple of questions at half-time, so if you would like to rewind the stream at half-time, I'm sure he'll be able to stay and answer a couple of questions. If you'd like to see an interview, I'm sure we can sort something out. As well as Aaron as well. And also, if you do have a question for Aaron or Callum, they'll happily be able to answer as well. But Biggleswade here just haven't really settled in the second half, to be honest.
It's been a very oxymoronic in the first half. Ooh, terminology though. It's been a very a game of two halves, we'll say.
Yeah, that's what I would have said. Yeah, definitely. He's going to come in here. Well blocked, and haven't really seen much from the midfield so far. Second half of Biggleswade, it's been a lot of trying to find the ball over the top to Charlie. So to take the throw in here. We are just under 10 minutes to go. 36 minutes into the second half. 9 minutes to go. Biggleswade under a hell of a lot of pressure here from this Peterborough Northern Star side. As I mentioned, the only game they've won all season was against Biggleswade United. United still looking for our first points of the campaign. Started off so well as well in that first half. Deservedly went 1-0 up. Penalty given away so close after the second half starts. And Peterborough Northern Star, as tails have been up ever since. Good feed there by Newman, as you mentioned. I think Mason coming off as well first half would have been a bit of an impact since he had a very good start to the game. Him and Marcus was mopping up in defence definitely as well. You mentioned Josh also has the capabilities back there as well. As a free kick's going to be given here to Biggleswade. Free kick here to Biggleswade. Under 10 minutes to go as we chase an equaliser. Gaz, we know can whip them in, but that's not really what we were hoping for there from Gareth Hunt. Unfortunate there. They've got to pick themselves up, go again. Last 10 minutes, big 10 minutes and a half. They've got to find inspiration from somewhere out there. But I think the amount of running we did the first half, it must have been quite difficult to try and get the energy levels back up for the second. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd say both sides were having chances in the first half. It was a more competitive game in the first half. It's a nice touchdown there by Clayton. I think Taylor there was looking for the overlap there, but Charlie didn't quite see him. Clayton to Andrews. To Cade. Cade to Ali. This is better football from Biggleswade. Ball's now out onto the far side. It's Brahma Fatty. Looking for a bit of support. He's looking for the... Oh, it's blocked. Just wanted that to hit the top corner there. Looking for that second ball. We've not been a bit slower to the second ball, second half, I think, compared to the first. And Marcus there back defending. Looking to catch Ollie out of guard. You're not going to beat Ollie from there. That looked offside there for me. The Riseman thinks not, though. It's good tracking back by Charlie as well. Misjudgment there by Josh Newman. Headed back to his goalkeeper comfortably in the end, as we are in the last few minutes of the game. Biggleswade still chasing this equaliser. I mentioned, of course, I am here with Callum Elliott and Aaron Khan, two Biggleswade's bright sparks this season. Youngsters, only 16 years of age, two of them. It's a great feat by Markels. And then with the strike by Ali. Well blocked. Hey, we'll be having a headache in the morning. For sure.
This has been the story of our second half.
And touch was just too heavy there to get to Taylor, and it's cleared away. And one thing we know about Biggleswade, saw it last season, we've seen it at times this season, definitely never give up, always go to the final whistle. We're seeing that again tonight as Andrews gives away the ball there. Marcus, that was good pressure, but it was better play by the attacker. And they're 3-on-2 here, Peterborough Northern Star, as the substitute now looking to really finish the game off with the strike, and it's too wide of the post. It's another missed opportunity for Peterborough. And have they given a corner for that?
Did Ollie touch him?
I don't want to think he did, but the referee has given a corner. I don't think that was a corner at all. From where we're standing, I mean, we're quite far away from where Roy is, but I mean, Aaron, you're a goalkeeper yourself.
It didn't look like he touched it, I'm not going to lie. I didn't hear anything either.
It's a very bizarre decision there, and it looks quite windy by the trees as well, so I think the wind might have picked that up. Just like to thank everyone for joining us on the stream today. Make sure you stay subscribed to the YouTube channel and follow on Twitch. And Peterborough trying to keep the ball in the corner. That's good play by, is that Bramer? Yeah, it was Bramer who the ball away from the corner flag.
Oh, that's a great reverse pass.
Another missed opportunity there for Peterborough. Frody has a question for both Callum and Aaron. How would you rate the team's performance out of 10 so far?
First half was a very solid first half.
That's Callum speaking.
I'd say 8 out of 10 in the first half. To only capitalise on that, to make it a 10 out of 10 would have been Charlie's finish to make it 2.
Absolutely, yeah. And Ollie's big save as well.
Absolutely, that was a great save.
That's a great moment for Nolan.
What about you, Aaron?
I'm with Callum on that one. First half, solid 8. We played amazingly, kept possession like Christian sort of told us to yesterday. But I feel like in the second half it just did. I don't really know if I can pin a rating on the second half, to be honest with you. He's not
Charlie.
really...
And it's... Sorry, we're interrupting you there, Aaron. You can carry on.
Apart from... So I'm too wrapped up in the game.
That's okay, we'll come back to you, don't worry. These last few minutes of the game is a big moment in our season, you feel this. Markel, who's been a real bright spot since coming on for Biggleswade. Markel, sidestepping 1, sidestepping 2, goes for the goal! Oh, what a block! I've got to be a Mohamed Salah going on there by Markel. And it's out of play for a corner. What fantastic play that is from Markel.
I have to applaud the keeper, but...
And Ollie Leslie coming up. He was very unlucky in the last game in the 2-1 loss. Short corner taken, Brainer crosses it in. We are in the dying embers of the game. It's still 2-1. Ollie is a bit hesitating. He's not staying up, by the looks of it. And Charlie, someone needs to latch onto this. It's a bit of a snatch and grab here. Peterborough got the ball back. We've got 2 centre halves back, so that's not too bad. And we get it back to Ollie. No. And Kai, you can tell, has worked his absolute socks off. A bit of tiredness in there, but he's done well to keep the ball in possession. And United are going to really push this till the last kick of the game. See, we get our first points. That's a great ball to Markel. If he can get the ball out, crossed in, it's a bit far for everybody. It kind of does sum up our season there a little bit there. Just that final ball just wasn't where Charlie would have wanted it. Yeah, we're definitely in the dying embers of this game.
Christian
We are
really,
in injury time as well. Late in injury time.
Christian really trying to drive the team on in these last moments.
Even a point would be a positive result. Based on our first half, I'd say we deserve a point. Second half hasn't been as great, but you mentioned game of 2 halves. I think a point would be a very fair result. But Peterborough, fair play to them. They've picked it up second half, and they've really got their act together second half. And as you mentioned, this is a new team, and was new players coming in at the start of the season. And we're getting new players coming in almost every week to improve the side and trying to improve the results. Because one thing I will say is performances have definitely picked up. It's just now the results that haven't been there, and it's been a valiant effort from Biggleswade United, and they just couldn't keep the pace going. That they just could not quite keep the intensity of the first half going in the second half. I mean, let's talk about the first half. Probably the best performance and I feel like I'm saying this every week actually, best 45 minutes I've seen for Biggleswade United, especially here at home, where they have not been as good, I would say, at home than away from home. Was 1-0 up at half time as well, which hasn't happened very often there. Christian having a bit of an argument there with some of the Peterborough players. This has not ended how we would like it to be. Christian, I think, just don't really see that very often from Christian, but something's definitely been said there for sure. But as I was saying, very positive start, positive first half. It was well taken, finished by Davidson Taylor. Was deflected, but it was, you got to hit the target. You hit the target, comes off the defender and goes in. Charlie Clayton, that was a big chance, 1-on-1. Was probably well saved as well, but up the other end was a good save by Ollie as well, wasn't there, Aaron?
Yeah,
just after that. But the second half, in the second half, Peterborough Northern Star got themselves a penalty early into the second half, and Peterborough players are, doing what they're doing. But it's been a very competitive football game. We go again, of course, Saturday, 3:00 kickoff. Biggleswade United against Rugby Town. I'd also like to say a big thank you to some of the sponsors as well, as you can see on your screen now. We do have the sponsors, thank you. So we'd like to, of course, thank Time Law for sponsoring Aaron, of course. Also like to thank Tracy and Heather for sponsoring Banat, who of course was on the bench today. James Cesar, who missed out today, was sponsored by Tudball, so we'd like to thank them. The Perkins family for not only sponsoring Ollie Leslie, the goalkeeper, who started for Biggleswade United today, but also his sister Grace, who's in goal for the ladies team as well, which is good to see. Also, we'd like to give a big thank you to Roger Garcia for sponsoring Christian Colas and AlgroveSR.com for sponsoring George Harlow, and of course Keach Hospice for sponsoring Fairfield Road, the initial ground of Biggleswade United. So thank you for Keach Hospice for sponsoring the ground, Top 11 for sponsoring the shirt, of course, and all the other sponsors. Big thank you from everyone. Thank you, James and Derek, and Matt for joining us in the first half. Thank you, Aaron and Callum, for staying for the whole game. Just a quick one. How do you think this is a performance that we can build on?
Absolutely.
Going forward?
The first half will spur the team on massively for next week on Saturday. Just the second half sums up our season, that's been said earlier today.
We've had a lot of sort of these games where first half we've been the more dominant side. We've been leading, drawing, maybe a goal down, but it's been looking promising. Second half it all sort of breaks down, and that's just something we need to work on as a collective, as a team, really.
But week by week we are improving.
Yeah, exactly.
The result from last time was 9-2, now today it's 2-1.
Absolutely. Well, we'd like to thank everyone for joining the stream tonight, and of course thank to Aaron and Callum for staying on. Much appreciated. It is another defeat here for Biggleswade, but the performances still getting better week in, week out. It's felt like a really big moment in the season, but we just couldn't quite get the 3 points. Still a growing side and still a lot to learn, but I'm sure with the performances, like if we continue with performances like we saw in the first half, we'll definitely get those wins coming soon. So we'd like to thank you all for joining us. Of course, we've got Rugby Town at home at the Keach Hospice Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. So make sure you join us for that. 3 o'clock kickoff will not be live, but will be highlights will be after the game. So thank you for everyone watching on YouTube and Twitch, and we will see you for the next one. Thank you all for watching.